So we talk quite a bit about making sure that we are inclusive of all students. We have a very diverse population, and we strive, I can say, to make sure that everybody has opportunities to be involved and be successful in all areas. So, what I want you to think about is how, as in your classroom, in our clubs, in our events, how have we included our underrepresented populations in what we do to promote their involvement and success?
I'll speak to that. I recently coached my Spark of Genius group. The students were interested in robotics of any sort. And so as I was coaching them, I did have a few special needs students in my group that just thrived during this time because they had such flexibility to do the research what they wanted. And I was just kind of there to scaffold and guide them to assist them with some of the certain things that they needed. But like one of my students, the fifth grader, who is near and dear to all of our hearts, who we've watched grow over the past few years, and he created this map. He was all about map making. He researched all these different maps, and he ended up coding one of our robots to go through his dragon themed map, and it was amazing. He could talk all about his map.
Sorry, go ahead. I think our PBLs give our opportunity for all of our students to demonstrate their strength, whether it be that they're a great communicator in their public speaking, whether it be that they're artistics and so their models, their drawings and things that they put in it, maybe their strength is technology. The great things that I love about PBLs is even if they are EC or ESL, even if they can't read, maybe on that fifth grade level, all the materials that they need, they've learned through other ways. So when they go to present these PBLs, they're able to speak with confidence and with a knowledge base to make it where they actually shine during these PBLs. Whereas maybe if you were just doing a reading, they wouldn't shine as much because maybe they don't feel as confident in that particular area. So I think it demonstrates their strength in the STEAM categories, as well as their public speaking and learning the standards and the materials. And it also gives them great rigor to go along with that standard. So they're able to present very, very nicely.
Well, my question on these kids are fit into everything that goes on to our school with the support from staff and myself and my TA as well. And I think the teachers at our school work hard to make sure everybody's included. And if they're not sure what to do, they ask, and we figure out a way to make it possible for them to participate in whatever it is they want to do.
In the PBLs in my room, I have a strong gifted and EC classroom, and so I'll work with Ms. Thornburg, and I always want to put them all in different groups so that they're not all together and they can have their time to shine. And I work with Thornburg of where do you think this student would do the best in, and so that way they all bring something to their group and feel like they're a part of it and have a voice.
Now, as far as the special need kids to participate in everything that we do in the clubs, but the club that I had earlier on in the fall, I had several of the students, EC students there, and where they were able to participate as they needed and desired with the support of the EC staff. So that was great. They also have an opportunity to, as all students do, to run and for a position with student council and participate. We have students of all representation on student council who are able to speak and use their public speaking skills, they're able to have voice and input in what we do as a school in terms of student council.
We also have a student with Down syndrome that comes to visit the library a lot. And one of her favorite things that I've been training her on, she's currently a second grader, but I've been trying to train her on how to use my computer system, on how to check in and check out books, just to kind of prepare her like a job so that she can participate later on in our safety patrol in the morning. And she loves doing it, and she's actually gotten really good at it. So now when second graders come to Media Center, she's the one that scans their books in, finds their name, clicks their picture, and she's able to perform that task, and she absolutely loves it, and that's her job. And so just giving her something like that she can become a leader for it and have that role for safety patrol like the other kids have that opportunity. Something I'm starting to train her on now at her age. So.
One more question. Let's talk about. It's not another question, just an extension of that question. Talk about just briefly your other populations though, because we do feel like we have a strong support of our EC staff and our EC students are involved in everything we're doing. But what do we do to help connect other areas that are underrepresented, whether it's our girls or our AIG, our ELL population? We've got a lot of students who are twice exceptional. They're ELL and EC, or we've got one who is ECAIG. So different categories that we have there. How do we connect them? And then when we're done with that, Miss Silva, if you'll talk a little bit about, and the rest of you can chime in on it, the way that you are purposeful in selecting candidates and organizing our career day.
I think with having a group that has a large gifted program, last year I was able to attend the National Conference for Gifted Learners in Charlotte, and that was actually through a donation from another parent at our school. So I think that sense of community and parents knowing that we want to expand our professional development beyond what just happens in our classroom, but with different types of students that we have. And I would say that all of the students, we try to push them and encourage them based on their individual, I guess you could say, learning path and what they're interested in.
I will say, when Ms. Barnes and I went to Raleigh a few weeks ago, I did attend all the trainings for the media folks to bring back to the district, which I'm supposed to present on last week, but school's canceled, so I'll be presenting when we get back, but on how we're trying to make our media centers more inclusive as far as purposefully selecting when we're buying our books to reach out to hit underrepresented groups, just so that students can make connections with books and want to be more engaged in the library, and to have policies in our media centers that don't discriminate and that help students with selecting books, have things pulled out different ways, and just really selecting and being purposeful with our text for ones that would help students make those connections and with reading, and to really find that passion, because a lot of kids have struggled with that based on reading level in general, so to really snag them with characters they can relate to, and being purposeful. And so that is something I know that I'm working on in the Hoffness Media Center to help make it more inclusive and make it their library, as well as something that I'm going to present at the district level for all of Gaston County. So
I think we also try to provide the students with hands-on opportunities in order for them to make a connection between the real world and what we're doing in school. I had a student the other day when she took her ecosystem test. She was so excited because she got such a great grade. And she goes, "You want to know why I wanted that great grade? It's because I want to be a marine biologist." And so she's making that connection with the real world and what she wants to do. So I think even taking our regular standards and incorporating what their opportunities are once they leave Hawks Nest, and of course high school and college, there are opportunities that they have to thrive and be an active member of our community.
I think that's also what's so great about Spark of Genius is the kids are able to figure out what they're interested in and become experts on it. And using all the technology that we have in our own school and the tools we give them for research, you know, there's some kids that are saying they want to build a computer or program a game, and they're just going so outside of their box that classrooms typically limit them to, and it's just exciting to see them get excited about building something.
Okay, I think I'm ready to talk about career day. But even speaking before that, and Spark of Genius, just to piggyback on that. So a couple of years ago, we had my Spark of Genius reading and wanted to be an author. And so as far as being intentional and purposeful, when I invited my experts, I had a female who was in the group who said she wanted to be an author. So my goal was to find, she was an African-American female. So my goal was, and I was successful, to find an African-American author that she could see for herself. And so she was able to interact with her and see that this is something she could actually accomplish and do in the real world. And so at that same rate, when we're doing our career lessons and the kids are sharing or exploring careers and talking about the things they want to do when they finish high school and graduate from college for those who choose to go, And we talk about the different types of education after high school. And so one of the things that I do to help make connections with kids who feel, may not want to do a 4-year college, but want to do something else. So as we start to do we have always done virtual tours of colleges, but I've started to include technical colleges, community colleges where they can see themselves doing that if they don't want to do a 4-year college, don't feel like what they want to do beyond high school includes a 4-year college. Then in addition to that, when they share what they want to do and they want to grow up,